Why would they say anything to him? He quit 2 weeks ago. Or did you fail to mention that?
Hello. 911 stars react to Bobby's fate, spoilers departure, and other season 7 finale twists. Grade it. 911's 7th season, which ended on Thursday with another game-changing climax, will be remembered by series actor Peter Krause as the strongest 10-episode arc we've ever done. Of course, Krause's Bobby Nash hasn't fared well in this historic arc, having begun the season surviving a sinking cruise ship and ending it fighting his way out of a coma. Despite all indications and promotions, the former captain of the 118 came through on Thursday, surviving the hour and living to mentor another day. As the program's first season on ABC, Krause is delighted that 911 rehashed so much of Bobby's terrible background, which will aid any audience members who hadn't seen the show and might be joining it in Season 7. But he also believes that this most recent arc gives Bobby a new launching pad to kind of let go of his past even more. He's excited for more romantic comedy and crime solving with Athena and Bobby moving forward. Aren't we all? Unfortunately, Bobby already has a new fight on his agenda for Season 8, as his return to the 118 coincides with new leadership simply the stupidest, meanest, most racist, homophobic option imaginable. That was only one of several dramatic finale revelations, including Christopher's startling reaction to Eddie's adultery and an unforeseen twist in Hen and Karen's protracted quest to adopt Mara. Fortunately, Krause and Ryan Guzman were more than willing to break down those game-changing moments for TV Line. Read on for their opinions on the 118's future, then rate the finale in our poll and share your own 911 Season 8 aspirations in the comments. Gerard's Way. We'll start with the final surprise. Gerard has officially taken over as the 118's new captain. Guzman, speaking for the entire fandom, responds to the shocking twist. I was just like, wait a second, we're losing Bobby again. And to this a whole. Krause prefers to see things from a positive perspective. I like them butting up against each other, he told TV Line. I could see Gerard having a real grudge against Bobby for getting all this positive attention after he took over Gerard's firehouse, and now he wants it back. He isn't sure what legitimate or illegitimate obstacles Gerard would use to prevent Bobby from resuming captaincy of the 118, but Krause is confident that showrunner Tim Minear has a plan that will be very satisfying. Guzman anticipates Eddie having to play things by ear next season, and he hopes that working under Gerard has no detrimental effect on him. Eddie doesn't really know Gerard yet, but from what he's heard, he's the worst part of a human being, Guzman claims. So, will that drive Eddie back to his roots as a masculine man who does not express his emotions? Is it going to force Eddie to return to a version of himself that hasn't led him anywhere healthy? Who knows? If you take that away, all sorts of pandemonium can ensue. Is Christopher actually leaving? Despite Eddie's best efforts, which included bringing in the heavy guns Buck, Christopher refuses to forgive him for cheating on Marisol with his deceased mother's doppelganger. Unbeknownst to Eddie, Christopher contacted his grandparents, who flew up from Texas to assist, which eventually meant giving Christopher a place to stay as he dealt with his father's betrayal. That was a very difficult scene, Guzman says of Eddie and Christopher's final goodbye. My actual life began to flow into my acting, and I grew preoccupied with how I would tell this to my son. How am I going to show my son that what's about to happen will harm me beyond belief? But how can I support him while simultaneously allowing him to carry out his decision? There was a lot. As for how long Christopher will be absent, Guzman explains, I know for sure that in the first episode of Season 8, we will not see Eddie and Christopher together. My hope is that Eddie will spend a significant amount of time without Christopher, which will allow him to find new structure, possibly reconfigure who he is, and discover new textures of life for himself. And what about Marisol? While there is no official confirmation, we have a feeling Marisol will not be sticking around to help Eddie rediscover himself. I liked working with Eddie Gainham, Guzman says of Eddie's time with Marisol. I liked that he took a different approach with her and didn't move as quickly as he has with other ladies. So there was hope there. Even Guzman concedes that it would be very hard to breathe life into that relationship at this time. Marisol's absence from the finale does not speak well for her future appearances. Thank you for watching.